What's going on, boy?
My dog.
What's going on, man?
Man.
Finally made it to Miami, man.
Already, man.
I didn't know if you was gonna make it here,
Bringing
bro.
you
It
back,
seemed like it took
man.
forever to get you here. You say you're gonna bring it back?
Everything good?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna bring it back?
Look at this out here, man. Nice, man. Just
Inspiring,
working.
right?
Just working, bro.
Inspiring,
That's all
right?
it is. Just working.
Listen, man, we're gonna go upstairs, man, and get this thing going. Whenever Chad get here, man, we're gonna go upstairs and get this thing going,
Let's
all right?
do it. Let's do it.
All right, Raul Popo
Aguirre. I get it.
All right, man, Footballville. We outside. We here sitting with big Popo Raul Aguirre.
Aguirre.
Aguirre. He want to roll his tongue on me, man.
Aguirre.
We were just here chatting it up, man. I was telling him, if she say she allergic to latex, just run, dog. Get your clothes and just run, bro.
Take notes.
She say fellas out there, if she say she allergic to latex, all she's saying is, oh, I hope he get me pregnant.
I just love kicking this thing off with public service announcements.
That's all she's saying.
Yeah.
Can't let that happen.
And it only happened to bosses.
Wow.
It only happened to bosses. Remember, public service announcement, Footballville, yeah. Papa, what's going on, bro?
Man, chilling, man. Working. Got up to the U now, so just getting it ready, man. Getting ready to rock and roll, man, with the boys. Good season ahead of us, so getting ready for that, man. Just working.
How much you weighing now?
About 228, 230.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the neck on this guy. That doesn't scream freshman to me. And y'all know what I do on Gridiron Studs, where I be posting them overgrown men and say how Georgia will say this is an incoming freshman, high school freshman.
A little something, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You getting acclimated down there, man?
Yeah, man. When I first got here, as far as the workouts and all that, man, it was a little, getting used to it.
Yeah.
But now, man, I'm in there. I'm getting used to it and all that, but yeah.
What was the toughest thing for you? I know you come from a big family. What was the toughest thing for you when you got here?
Man, really, toughest thing, because football is football, man. One really not toughest thing I'm getting right now is just learning the playbook, because that's a challenge. I never really had a problem with the playbook or anything football related, but now it's just to put more time into it. I don't want to say it's tough. It's just put more time into it. I understand I need to put more time into that, so I can be the player I want to be. So I won't be thinking. I just play.
Chad, we were talking, and it hit me at listening to him talk. Like Raul was the biggest kid on the field at all. He was that youth kid. He's the biggest one out there.
I can believe it.
Everybody stopping the game, won his birth certificate. It was him.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, we got to thinking, hearing him talk about the playbook, and we hear it all the time. It's more important to just dive into the playbook than anything physical a freshman could do in college, Chad.
Absolutely. Coaches will play who they trust, and if you don't know where to be, don't trust you, can't play you. I don't care how fast you are, how much you lifting in that weight room. It's good that you can do those things, but man, what good is that to us if you don't know where to be? Like
right.
You working for the enemy if you don't know the playbook. And I think that's a problem for a lot of guys. Sometimes coaches at the lower levels just want to simplify things because they want to win games, but a part of that has to be, let me prepare a guy for the next level, and that is maybe your scheme's a little complicated, not too much, but try to teach the kids the game, man. So their transition to the upper levels where everyone's athletic ability is closer, that they have a chance to beat a guy, because you could sit in there and be a 4'4" guy, 225, and you're not playing, and a 4'6", 210-pound guy is playing because he just knows where to be. You trust that on game day. I'm just telling you from a coach's perspective. I don't want all them butterflies. Like, man, what is he going to do today? It might be something great, and it might be awful.
None of that.
No, I don't want to play that game. So he's doing the right thing by diving into that playbook. And one key thing you did say was, I don't want to be out there thinking too much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You could take a fast player, and he's going slow motion because he's thinking too much about where he has to be. You got to automate as much as you can before you get to the season.
Yeah. So you in the playbook every day? Like, you can. What is it, on an iPad or something? What is it?
So we got iPads, we got computers, but going team room and all that and look at it. But I kind of we got packets actually. I kind of just glance at that.
Yeah.
Glance at that every day or whenever I'm chilling or whatever. But yeah, that's the biggest thing, man. Just cause it's a lot of blitzing, a lot of different blitzes, a lot of different pass dropping and all that. And it's just knowing where you got to be, certain zone reads and all that. And I guess the biggest thing, to jump back on your question, was understanding that college is technique. It's not about how big, strong, how fast you is. Like you were saying, it's about if you're gonna be in the right place or if you're gonna do that right thing. You know what I'm saying? The right way. So it could be somebody that's bigger, stronger, faster. But the little guy, if he got technique, he gonna always outdo that and be more successful. So that's what I'm trying to get my body right for.
Yeah.
Like Coach D-Nick told me and the coaches at the U told me, man, y'all, me and the linebackers, y'all already body already there, physically. Now it's just mentally getting y'all boys right. You know what I'm saying? All things, off the field, on the field. Because once we get that, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get into it, man.
What about the heat, though, man? What about, that adjustment? Because I'm out here doing training. I've been doing this for.
Honestly, man.
That sun's getting closer, man. That's what they say.
So, honestly, man, it was bad it wasn't bad when I first got it, but it's bad. It was bad like 2 weeks ago. Like, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I might die out here.
It was bad, yeah. No, it was bad. Then the thing is, and somebody warned me too, man. And I still came in like, nah, man. But they told me it ain't the heat, it's how humid it get down here.
Yeah.
And I kind of, when we was on Green Tree, so even now, when we be working out, because we do conditioning, after conditioning, we go and do practice and all that, team 7 on and all that.
Right.
And my socks be soaked in like sweat.
Yeah.
So my cleats you hit a little smack, a little like a rain puddle. And it just, because how humid it be. So I just make sure I drink a lot of water. I got used to, like I'm saying, by detail thing, take care of your body, all that. I'm still doing that, but drinking water before running days and all that, so I can just sweat all out. But that's the
from
biggest
Miami.
thing. Yeah, I'm from Miami, so it's kind of just.
You've been going too long.
Yeah, come on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, but down in Georgia, people don't know it get hot too.
Yeah, it get hot.
Real hot. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of just used to it. But down here, it's humid. The Georgia ain't humid.
Right.
Yeah.
You left Miami as a kid?
Yeah, when I was like 9.
So your whole family's from Miami?
My whole family's from Miami.
Yeah, your dad got a background baseball.
Yeah, he played for Columbus.
Yeah.
Played baseball. Coach Mirabal, offensive line coach for the U. He coached him in high school.
Yeah.
And my mom went to Carey City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man said puddles in his shoes.
Nah, it be bad.
I know all about it. That's happening to me every day.
Yeah, it don't be just me.
And I'm not the one working out.
Yeah. It don't be just me, but yeah, it's you get used to it.
Yeah. And only time y'all go indoors when it rain?
When it rain.
Yeah.
They don't save us on the indoor. They don't save us on the indoor. But I think that's the biggest thing, because when you're tired, being able to think and go through plays and all that, that's another thing too. I had to learn that. Okay, when I'm tired and I think, well, that's always been easy for me. But just tired, not learning this crazy hard playbook when I first got here. Now
you still got to think
but
under pressure. Yeah, in Marine Corps, that's kind of what boot camp was about.
Yeah.
Like when you see the crazy stuff, the drill instructor yelling at them, and that's all that was about.
Yeah.
Being able to think under pressure, because bullets going to be flying one day.
There you go.
Yeah, you still got to do what you got to do. Let's get into it, man. When Manny Diaz got fired, you was committed?
When Manny Diaz got fired?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't committed.
No, you weren't committed? When Charlie Strong left?
Charlie Strong.
You was committed?
I was committed, for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did that affect you? That's your linebacker coach. I'm going to get into it with the people that understand. That's your linebacker coach. Is the great Charlie Strong. How did that affect you?
Honestly, man, I'm going to be honest. When I heard it, I'm high school, junior high school. I don't know too much about, coaches and all that. Charlie Strong was my guy when recruiting me. So it kind of was like, dang, man, so he leaving? I didn't know. And people used to tell me, don't go to school for relationships. Go to school for, for other things. You know what I'm saying? For just a school. Don't go based off relationships.
Right.
And I guess I never really believed that. And it kind of was like, dang, okay, now he leaving. But honestly, it didn't faze me too much. It was like, okay, I'm going up for one thing, to work, get better, and it don't change anything as far as, you know what I'm saying, as long as I want to get coached by somebody that has some type of knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Because that's my biggest thing, was just coming in from high school. I never really been coached. I was when I was younger. Get shot out North Henry Tigers. But when I was younger, I played for a coach named Coach Spin, and I was getting coached real good. But as I got older, I never really got taught the position, linebacker. Yeah. So now I'm learning specific details and all that, and I wanted a good coach to teach me that. So D-Nick, I was real happy when I found out he was coming to the school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Charlie Strong, it was cool. He spoke to me right after that. Actually,
He did.
I was one of the only linebackers. He told me he wanted to talk to me and all that, and tell me that he just ain't.
But I don't know if he got fired. I correct that. I think he maybe walked away.
Yeah.
I don't really know how. But you lost your defensive coordinator also, right?
Yeah.
They both in the recruitment.
Funny thing, they were both in my house like 3 days before that.
That's how it goes, man.
Sitting right here on the couch.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
But man, honestly, it was.
Did you ask that question though?
Man,
are you gonna be here? I ain't going nowhere.
Nah, I ain't asked that question, man. I mean, I got a little brother. He in 9th grade, and he offers Tennessee, Miami. Yeah, 9th grade baller, safety, receiver, corner, and he and I'm gonna let him know that, definitely just let him know I don't listen.
Yeah, well, I mean, the truth of the matter is they do say that. They say, hey, you're not going for the coaches because the coaches leave. But it's the coach that's calling me. It's the coach I'm talking about football, about life with, and telling them all my aspirations. It's not the school calling me per se. It's this person. So, that's what's supposed to happen. But the truth of the matter is, man, I'm building a relationship with someone, and then when they say, hey, they're not gonna be there, it gets to be tough.
Yeah, that's cut. You don't talk to that person no more. So that was, of course, it was like, okay, I had to adjust to that, but. After that, it was good.
Did you put out a top 5 in your recruitment?
Yeah.
And who was the top 5?
I think it was, this was a little while ago. I think it was Miami for sure, Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, and I think like Florida.
Yeah. You just had all the big dogs in there.
Yeah, something like that.
He's sitting in the middle of Georgia. Georgia's starting to take over college football.
Yes, they are.
They
was putting pressure on you, bro?
Schumann, he a great coach. He was coming to my school a lot.
Yeah.
He was coming to my school a lot. But honestly, man, I don't know. It was just a feeling that I never wanted to go to Georgia. It was just like I just couldn't see myself.
That's crazy.
Really?
It's true. I just like from the get go.
That's
I just
crazy.
couldn't see myself. Even when they started winning, just a great team. I just couldn't see myself playing there. Like I ain't.
Sometimes it's like that. Yeah.
That was just one of them teams. I just couldn't see myself playing there. But as far as all the other schools and all that, like I had some interest. I liked them a little bit, but it wasn't that feeling like I told him. Like Miami, I've been liking them since I was a kid. Like since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was living down here, and I just love Miami. So of course it was all playing around this and that, but it wasn't no feeling like, you know what I'm saying. But I do got to jump on and say when Manny was here, I didn't really.
You wasn't feeling that?
Nah.
It was a different vibe.
But you put Georgia in your top 5, but you just said you couldn't see yourself. Was that like for your safety? You wouldn't be able to move around?
It was definitely safety because it was to where I'm not gonna say I couldn't see myself there. It was just like that would be my last, like probably one of my last choices, like out of them top 5. You know what I'm saying?
Man, did you what? Like national champs. Yeah, if everything else falls through.
I mean, it ain't about
I'll come through, y'all boys.
It ain't about the team. It just
Were they
like,
there yet?
What happened?
Were they national champs yet? Not yet, right? They was just about to.
Nah, them boys were national champs.
They were?
I think it was the first
one.
towards his
they were about to.
They was about to.
Yeah.
Doing the recruiting.
It was that season they went.
Yeah, it was that season it was. So at that time it was like, but it was still Georgia's always been good. So it was like I looked at it like that, but I just had them up there because I had a great relationship with the coach too.
Right.
You know, he didn't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He didn't know what you
I
had
flipped the script,
hiding down inside. I'll never wear those colors.
I
You never see me in that red, man.
I don't even like the letter G.
Yeah. Can't stand that dog, man.
But other schools I had like Alabama and Florida and stuff like that. But
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean that was tough, man. And I asked these questions so the people could, but we talked in the midst of that. You know what I'm saying? I know it got a little tough on you when the defensive coordinator and your position coach get up out of here. But you stuck with it, dog.
Yeah, I stuck with it. A lot of people goofed around because you know with the season Miami had last year and all that. You know, I live in Georgia. That's all people UGA. So they love UGA. So they gonna throw shots wherever, you know. So they used to, of course, say goof around, be like, man, both of your linebacker coaches, this and that. You might as well. I'm like, nah, man.
How much does the season matter to you? You know, like you're committed to school, season's not going really well. How much? Honestly, how much does that play into?
So, like I told people, and it wasn't just to see it. It was I see a vision. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't based off the record, this and that, I definitely see a vision because for that, a lot of people don't know that Georgia team that won national championship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They was in the same stage. And people seen the vision. When players went in, Davis, all them boys, Kobe Dean, all them, they went in together.
Yeah.
They seen the vision. They won national champs there. Nobody know what was their record there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They went in with like how we going in. And I'm not saying I know them and I know what they demeanor mentality was like, but we got a strong mentality. You know what I'm saying? 23 class, so we coming in trying to break stuff, you know, and the right way, learning, you know what I'm saying, doing things the right way. So I kind of just looked at it like, okay, all these players, and then on top of that, we was close. Like coming out in high school, we was exchanging numbers, going to a game, dapping each other up. Like I ain't saying you don't see that, but usually you go to, you know, you got the people going to high school games. And I had some people, homeboys. Well, I wasn't, cause I'm cool, but they just won that social. Them boys want to be on their own because they think they just, I don't know, some big time recruit. But you see us, Miami, we weren't tripping. Everybody was together, like we knew each other. All them boys. So so that's the biggest thing. It was that, and then just seeing it, man. It was a vision. Man. We gonna put it together, and we want to make Miami right. We don't want to win nowhere else. We want to win at Miami.
And I think that's important, Streeter, for like fans to hear that, because you always see that like once the season starts going, they start getting on kids that are committed to a certain school because the team isn't doing that well. And I feel like you're selling the recruit short when you do that. There's more into their thought process and decision making than just the season that's currently happening. It's a vision you gotta, it's not just this year. It's 3 years down the road. So if you can paint an accurate picture of what it is you think things are going to be and how they fit into it, the kids are buying, even if you 4-8, 2-9, you know.
Yeah, and I didn't care about it at all about the record, man. It just made me actually just not saying go there even more, it made us hungrier. Yeah. As in going there, okay, now we know the expectations are higher. We got to come in. You know what I'm saying? And prove a point now that this is why we chose this. And I looked at it like, man, I got a whole bunch of home recruits that are dogs, and these boys are choosing Miami. You know what I'm saying? They see the same thing I see. You know what I'm saying?
Vision.
They ain't gonna choose. Come on, now they some dogs. These dogs. You know what I'm saying? Why they gonna pick Miami? They can go anywhere they want to go, just like I could. They pick Miami because they see the same thing I see. So, yeah.
No, it's kind of funny that we're sitting here together, because when I first saw Popo, he was 10. Yeah. North Henry Tigers, we didn't know who they was, came to Broward to play in a little jamboree tournament, whatever, running clock type thing. Yeah. And he was the biggest kid on the field. You know what I'm saying? And they got out there and they beat the Washington Bucks.
Bucks, for sure.
Ran all over them. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was one of them things they was going to come back at it. He ran all over them. Then they beat Deerfield.
Deerfield Rattlers, yeah.
Pack of Rattlers, right? Yeah. I mean, his coach was from Miami, so he kind of identified with down here.
From Liberty City, yeah.
Yeah, so now they 2-0. They 2-0, and Popo is now on the map. I mean, because everybody talk about how bad they're Footballville there. You know what I'm saying? He's 10 years old. He looked like he's 13. Right. Now he on the map. And then the next day, now mind you, this is what you're talking about, Chad. That's 2 games in one day. Then the next day,
kids will play 40 games in a season.
The next day,
boys a check.
It was like, okay, now you got to face Rod Mack and the Ravens. The first Ravens team with Bain and Najee Kelly and Lights Out.
It's on YouTube. Y'all gotta check it out.
Right. But they had to come back and face now that's at Archbishop, and everybody like, hold up, man. Is he finna run all over Rod them too? Like, goddamn. like you know what I'm saying?
So you're a running back?
I played running back. I played running back in high school, a little bit of running back in high school too, but I played running back when I was younger and linebacker for sure. And I'm going to go ahead and jump on that Ravens game, man. Them boys, they had a stick, I ain't going to lie, but that was Bain. Ruben Bain was on that team. You had Najee Kelly. When I just got him up here, he was just goofing around. We smash out, boy, this and that. Yeah. But, yeah, they had a squad, lights out, so. But we was tired, man. We was tired. I'm gonna say that, man. We was out there.
Boys playing double headers.
We was out there in the sun, man. Come on, like I'm talking about 90-some degrees.
Yeah, that part too. That wears people from out of the state.
We out there. I'm talking about the crowd lit. We not even. You know what I'm saying? We was quiet. Yeah. It was just one of them games, and I was still trying to make something happen. But I ain't gonna lie. They had a team.
A good team. Right.
They had a crazy good
team.
Yeah.
But then I followed him It was weird. He was in Georgia, but that's when I started trying to expand, and I was able to follow him as he grew. Like I would be at a lot of his games. Like it's weird. You know what I'm saying? It was I covered a lot of his.
Sure he was really 10, huh?
It was weird. I covered a lot of his games throughout his career. You know what I'm saying? To the point when he committed, he was like, "You remember me?" I was like, "Of course I remember you." You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Like you gonna remember that? Remember, was that this year? The kid with the mustache and the
the running back
crazy.
from
you seen that?
That's crazy. I ain't look like that,
man. Boy, out there with a goatee trucking people.
Yeah, but yeah, and then he commits to Miami, and as soon as you committed, I called him and I told him, listen, y'all just got somebody who, cause to me I see it as you were always the biggest kid. You were always the focal point on, and you played your whole career through that. Pressure, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody that's really battle tested. Yeah. And I told them that, and I was like, y'all just got somebody that has been through the fire. I saw him stand up against the best teams in the nation year after year, and having to be the you know what I'm saying, the person that they're trying to stop, and he's made it to here.
And I do got to jump in there and say that, like, I'm be honest, like people always ask about Little League. What's the difference on playing Little League, not playing Little League? The biggest thing for me was Little League helped me out so much, like you said, because it made me, like I played against straight dogs, everyone, but it made me just understand, like, okay, I was the biggest person. A lot of people will put that we getting him, this and that. So it made me understand how to handle things. Some things weren't bad, you know what I'm saying, but it was just like you ain't gonna always have things that's good. So it helped me. Do good when stuff goes wrong and all that, but it just got us better. The people that play Little League. So everybody that played Little League, we kind of we knew each other, like, you know what I'm saying? Back in Georgia too, for sure, but even down here, we knew each other, like Mark Fletcher, Brandon Anderson, all that. We knew each other. We played each other when we was younger and all that type of stuff. So. Yeah.
You beat Mark Fletcher, huh?
We beat him. Yeah, we beat him 11U Plantation.
Mark Fletcher was like undefeated for years.
Nah, that was legit, yeah. Damari was on that team. Yeah, we beat them.
Yeah, they was undefeated for years.
We beat them, and then
were y'all bigger than them, though, huh?
Nah, we were bigger than them. You're right. Yeah, but they were good.
We were just switching over to unlimited.
Yeah.
That was usually
you're 100% right.
Yeah, that was our problem going out of state, because I coached Little League, and like we'd have all the speed, and then every now and then you'll run into a team that is just huge. The kids could play at whatever size.
Yeah, their linemen were smaller, but then after they because they made it a 100% rule that you can't, like, it's no more weight. I think it's just age. So I think the linemen were just small.
Yeah. I watched the game last night on Generation X. Yeah. They're still bigger than us.
Well, they had a head start.
How long is
they
this going to
take? They eat good
take?
up there in Georgia, too.
Yeah. The Georgia Eagles versus the Ravens last night, and they're still bigger than us.
Yeah.
Like, how long is it the sun? Like, how long is it going to take?
I don't know. All I know, y'all boys got the speed, though. Them boys got the speed down here.
You know how teams would neutralize that. I saw a couple teams get like them zero splits. They foot to foot.
Yeah.
Snap the ball and just run, just push behind the big guys. Mm-hmm. They eat up a whole 6 minutes. You get one possession in the first half. Yeah. If they score and then you don't score, you got a problem. This game about to be 8-0 final. So, yeah, I saw that a couple times.
Nah, that's definitely. And I think that game finished 6-0 when we played.
Yeah. See what I'm talking about?
6-0.
Them zero splits, boy.
I scored that touchdown.
You scored that one touchdown?
For sure, man.
I want to ask you something about, like, you mentioned something in that recruiting, how y'all were bonded.
Yeah.
Like, who was the kind of the leader of that? There's always that person that's bringing people together.
You're right. I think Ray.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ray was the first one to and that's just off of what I think. I don't know.
Who started the group chat, man?
I think Ray.
See there, that's who it is.
Ray was the first one commit. I think, like, as far as, you know what I'm saying, big commit. Yeah. And then after that, he just started to bring, you know what I'm saying, add numbers and all that. So he a leader. Yeah.
Have you dealt with him since you've been down there?
Yeah, your dog. Yeah, your dog. He man, just like, we got a thing called a money ball, and he won it for the past 2 weeks. That's like who catch the most jugs. Yeah. And he won it for the past 2 weeks. So he just a hard worker.
What is it? How does
money
it work?
Ball? I think it's called a money ball.
Yeah. Who catch the most?
Most jugs. Whenever, every day you can go in there, catch jugs. It's just, we want to go in there and get extra work.
I like to hear that kind of stuff.
Right before Ray went up there, because he went early, right?
Yeah, he went early.
And you guys were talking like, listen, man, we coming to play.
Yeah,
like, we ain't coming to sit. Like, we coming to change the culture of Miami. I looked at Ray. I said, Ray, them boys gonna want to fight you when you get in the locker room, boy. He said, I know.
Yeah.
That's exactly how he
Sound
sounds
like him.
That's how he sounds too.
Sounds like him.
No, yeah.
He said, I know. He said, I know.
Yeah,
So he's pretty convincing, I guess, huh?
Nah, yeah, he could play. He could
Was
play.
he
And
sending
then,
y'all like little you pictures?
yeah.
Send you Michael Irvin highlights and whatnot.
Yeah, nah, and then he a leader, man. Bring everybody together and all that type of stuff. Yeah.
So the guys that decommitted, right? Were they in the group chats? Who?
Honestly,
Rashada?
man,
Who else
Yeah, I like
decommitted?
that. I
Rashada?
like that question.
Yeah, I don't throw no shot, but it's just like some of the people that did commit it, it was to where when they came to the game and all that, they won. I'm not saying they ain't belong here.
You can
but
see
they
the
ain't
vibe.
They ain't belong here.
It was like business for them. They was just
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'd already made that decision.
You
in
know
their
what I'm saying?
mind,
They
you
were-
know?
It was just like everybody was together and all that at the games, and they just was on their own stuff. So it's like, I wasn't surprised.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised.
who? It was Rashada. Who else? It was anybody else? Did you have any more decommits that was in your class you can remember?
The boy that went from Dillard.
Anton.
Oh, Antoine.
Yeah.
Damn, Antoine Antoine always on his own.
But, man, you-
I mean, I don't know too much. I was just saying that
It was
they
fun,
wasn't
it was
that
fun.
like more people are more like it was more social.
I get
more
what you're saying.
They won. Yeah, they won. I ain't
Yeah.
know too-
But
I
a
ain't
lot
know
of
too much
times,
of it.
guys make a decision long before it becomes public. Like, how long did you know you were going to Miami before you put it out there? Like, yo,
I knew for a while.
yeah,
You're
it's-
right though.
Yeah, you
So
make
they
a decision and you sitting on it for a while, and then you say, all right, it's time to make it.
Yeah, that's right.
public.
And then I think after the Florida State game last year, that's when they just
It's very few times a guy goes to that table with the hats and he made the decision the night before or right there at that time leading up.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not really how it has happened, but that's not really how that works. Kid knows for a while,
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna do this, and
You say after the Florida State game, what happened?
I think they decommitted.
Yeah. Oh, that's when they
Yeah, I
left.
think they
Okay, that's what
decommitted,
you're
yeah.
saying.
oh, they cared about that record then.
Yeah, but I mean, when you in high school, you know, and people mature, you're gonna hear a lot of all that, this and that, record, this and that. You go to Miami, and you're a big time player, but
Yeah, they ain't got nothing.
They don't
Yo,
got-
them boys lost to Florida State. All right, we coming. You know, that type of deal. Yeah.
That ain't
Yeah.
me. You feel me?
Yeah,
But-
right.
But other
Right.
than that, I ain't
Yeah.
saying nothing else. But some people, I mean, I don't know. That probably could have played a part in it too. They ain't-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Here's the question, Chad, that we asked everybody. You like the new defense?
Love it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. A lot of things involved in this new defense. I like it.
Yeah.
Aggressive. Yeah.
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 You like being aggressive, and playing fast?
Playing fast. I like disguising. I like kind of just not showing. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
same thing and kind of different things.
Right.
Yeah, I like.
I was asking him, Chad, like he was saying it's not boring. And
No,
I
it
was
ain't
like,
boring
what
as
kind of
fuck.
defense is boring? Like, what do you like? What's a boring defense?
Yeah.
Like, what does a boring defense look like?
Might need to compose my. He said that name. I don't even want to hear that name. Hey, let me know when you get someone here that comes in and says, "Well, I don't like the new defense." And by the way, I've been thinking about it. I got a list. Pull out his notes app. Here's some things I need change, Coach. In case you watching this, now.
Things I don't like. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nah. It's intense, man. And I think with this new defense, it's a very aggressive defense. I think it's an aggressive defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
I
what
want
it
us
is.
to get back to doing that, like just being smothering defensively.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. But it's everybody got to do their job. If one person mess up.
Yeah. Chad
I mean,
played
there's
for
every
Miami.
defense, but
I think that's been our identity. Have y'all seen like that stat on the 2001 team? Like if the 2001 team didn't score, they still would have been 8-4.
The defense was scoring that much?
Yes, bro. Off
Or-
the
or set
defense in
people-
the
or
special
field
team,
goals,
off
yeah.
the 8-4.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's
That
a
is
crazy stat. So everyone thinks about, what do they think about? A lot of that 2001 team is the guys that were scoring the touchdowns. I get how fans look at it. It's the guys scoring that get a lot of the pub. It's Dorsey. It's it's Clinton Portis. It's that.
Wow.
Man, that defense was eating.
I've never heard that stat. That's wow. So if the offense would have never scored
8-4.
8-4 from field goals and
That's
kick
insane.
sixes.
That's insane. But part of that is the defense is like they're not letting you score either.
Then of course that
Right.
is a
So
huge
if
part of it.
if I score a touchdown on defense and y'all didn't score today, that's a win. That's a dub. Yeah, 8-4. That's an insane stat.
Yeah.
I got
Insane.
a question. For
What's
both
up?
of y'all. What team y'all think was the best team? 01?
in college football history.
Well,
Miami history?
Yeah.
I think it is 01. I think
I mean, you will hear
that's
people.
when it all came to
They will
a
hear
head,
people
I
talk
think.
about 1986, which
I was about to say.
we didn't win a title in '86.
Right.
You know, but people really talked about that team like
With who? Who's on 86 team? Who we talking about?
the legends, Jerome Brown and Highsmith,
Not Smith
Bratton
and
and
when
all
they
them
first
boys.
started.
Yeah. They just talk about how that team was
So the
ridiculous.
01 team, y'all think?
Yeah.
I think the 01 team, at that point, they had to stack that team. the layers of depth that team had was unreal.
And people didn't
NFL
really see it
talent.
coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, if you were really paying attention to ball and the University of Miami, you saw some things in like 98, 99, like the UCLA game. You know, you saw, okay, all right. Then, you know, blowing out Syracuse and stuff like that. And then the 2000 year where we probably got screwed out of being, was it 99 or 2000 we got screwed out of being in the championship game? Florida State went, we should have went.
Right.
You kind of saw it, but then out of nowhere, it's like, whoa, what the hell?
Yeah.
Can't do nothing with these boys. You know, so.
Yeah, I think it was them. The other ones was Snellenberger, right? Who was they coach? Snellenberger with Highsmith?
86?
Yeah.
That's Jimmy.
Jimmy had done took over. No, I think it was the 01 team.
01 team.
Yeah, you'll get some crazies that are not from here that will try to say something about Nebraska or even that Joe Burrow
The 01
team.
team may be the greatest team in college football history.
He said May.
Funny
he
thing
said May.
is-
Hey, cut the tape. That man said May. There's
Let
no
alone
May.
Miami history.
Funny
Yeah.
thing is, when I came on my OV, my official visit, I kind of find this hilarious because Coach Rump came and was my host.
Yeah.
And Coach Rump pulled up or whatever, and my mom was talking, my dad was talking, and I guess we got to the dinner later on that night, and Coach Rump and Coach Rowling, coach from, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
From Central, they were goofing around. They were best with each other.
Yeah,
the
they like
whole
a
time.
they like a
got
cop
little-
sitcom. the
There
two
you
of them.
go, there you go. So they were goofing around, and Coach Rump like, man, I'm from the city, man. Stop messing with me, man. Rump. He
Yeah.
talking to Rump, and then Rump was like, I think I asked him, like, who's the best team, man? I think Rump. I don't know which one Rowley played for.
Roland had
Roland
to be
would
like
have been. Yeah, he's
80-something.
older than.
Yeah.
He's older
Okay,
than
so
mine.
he was like, man, 86.
Yeah.
And then the other one was like, man, oh, come on, man. Like, so he was finding that
That
hilarious.
argument could go on
And they
all
were
day
arguing
long.
for a minute. Me and my mom back there dying.
That's funny.
Now, that argument could go on for a minute.
Yeah, they funny. They funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that '86 team, they didn't win the last thing, so it kind of kills their argument. But if you go back and really look at it,
Yeah.
man, that's a damn good football team.
No, they was loaded.
Yeah.
Cristobal, how's Cristobal, man? Is he laid back? Is he tough? Or
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Cristobal remind me of, and I told him this. It was the reason why I chose Miami. Cristobal remind me of Nick Saban, like, you know what I'm saying, Nick Saban, and the way he coaches. And I find it funny because they say he came from over there.
he did.
And that's why I was like, okay, it makes sense. But I
Yeah.
just realized that recently when he was recruiting me.
Yeah.
Cause that wasn't too long ago, but that's 100% what he remind me of. Like his mindset, the way he wants things. Chris Ball's all about the players and all about winning. Those two things, players and winning. So everything for the players, everything to win. We got to win. So I like the way he coaches as far as, like you said, he's very big on detailed things. You know what I'm saying? And now to know that he was like that when he played, it's even more.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't a physical, overwhelming specimen. We had a guy on the O-line that played with him named Leon Search. He's just a physical specimen, one of those natural dudes. So Coach Cristobal, Mario, had to be on the details. You know what I mean? He had to be on the little thing, and then he was fiery, and he brought a certain kind of attitude to that entire offensive line. So it doesn't surprise me what he's able to do now as a coach, and just the path that he's taken to get there. Just find every way to be excellent. And of course, he would take something from Nick Saban. Who wouldn't? You know what I mean? I think everyone there is probably trying to take something.
And that's why
we know
that's
Kirby
it,
took a whole bunch, and now
cross
he's beating him
his
over the
path,
head
yes.
with it. But yeah, it's the right thing to do.
That makes sense. That's why I kind of that's why I kind of love about him. He's of course a great person and all that, but the way he coaches, he's down to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Strong mentality, and he like to take it to you. You know?
Who's your favorite Kane linebacker of all time?
Man, probably. Everybody say Ray Lewis. I wasn't gonna say Ray Lewis.
I mean, you're free to say that if that's what it is.
Ray Lewis, man. I got
Ray
to.
Lewis?
But I do like Beeson.
Beeson.
I like Beeson.
That's a good one.
I like Beeson. I like one of his workout videos. I used to watch that like a lot.
Really?
Yeah. No, it was when he was I think he was in college. He was working out at night or something. And he was working, man. So I just I liked him though, cause he was the Legends Camp, they had that recently. Yeah. And of course I've always watched his film, but just to know he came in, I'm over here watching film. It was me, Flag. It was me, Flag, and my teammate Pulliam, and we was watching film. And he came in the room. And he was like, man, threw a piece of trash away. He was like, yeah, I'm a coach. I'm correct. And he was just showing us things, and basically sat down there for 5 minutes, showing us things, and I like that. Man.
Yeah. He still looked like he could stand
man,
running
still
back
look
up
like
in
he
the
could play.
A-gap, right?
Yeah. I thought he still played in the league.
Yeah, bro. Hey, talking about
other
neck.
player, everything.
Yeah,
he
neck.
cut and everything still.
Yeah. Who's your top 3 linebackers of all time?
Of all time.
Yeah. And you can't put yourself in there. So
No. I put Derrick Johnson. Cause his nephew is one of my best friends. Yeah. I'm gonna put. Gotta throw Ray Lewis in there. Yeah. Ray Lewis, and man, that's cool right now. Right now, I like the way I'm gonna go off. I don't know if it's my favorite all time, but I'm gonna go off of. New school, who I watch right now a little bit. I like the way, what's that boy from
Warner?
Fred Warner plays.
Everybody love Fred, man. And rightfully so. He's a baller.
Yeah, I like the way Fred
get to see that junk twice a year in color. Stop making all these plays.
Yeah, he could play. And then I like the way them boys from the Bucks play too. They connection is good.
Yeah, Devin and
Devin and David, yeah.
That's kind of like old school Miami defensive football though.
Oh yeah,
like the way they play in Tampa. Yeah, and you got a guy like Devin.
I hit in mic up videos.
Yeah,
I be chilling. I be watching the YouTube video. Yeah, and I hit in mic up videos, man. The way they talk and all that, that's a perfect. That's the linebacker group you want to have. Yeah. When
you were living down here, before you were 10 years old, were you into football like that? Were you paying attention like that?
Yeah. So I was, I'm saying I didn't have family stuff going on, but I had a couple family stuff going on. So I kind of football was just somewhere to just get me to go outside. Away. Just go. I used to.
So it was more about playing it, or were you watching Miami play football?
I was watching Miami, but I wasn't too into it. I was football. I just go outside and play.
Gotcha.
It was one of them kids just.
And that's
outside.
Not unusual. At that age.
And then I used to walk to practice or something like that. Over there in South Miami when I was a little younger, I used to walk practice and then a little not daycare, summer camp, and then after that we practice and then probably get back to the crib at night. You know what I'm saying? So it was just football was like that. But as I got older, I started to be good at it. But I'm gonna tell you what really separated me though when I was down here playing or whatever, and I went to Georgia. I was playing down here, but I was playing with the old. I was weighing more. But I was younger, so I was 6 or 7, and them boys were 9, 10s, or 9s and something like that. And I was playing with some of them boys, and they were bigger, faster, stronger, and all that. But my weight was high, so that's why I played with them because it was weight down here. So when I went to Georgia, I played 9U, 10U. When I went to Georgia, smacked everybody. Jumped on my just running through air because I played with my final age. Right. Because down here I played with older kids. Yeah. So ever since I got down here, that's why everybody was like, dang, this kid big, this and that. When I went to Georgia, I was bigger, faster, stronger than everybody. Because I played down here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've actually seen my little league coach because I played for South Miami. All right. I played for South Miami. I seen my little league coach when I came down here. We went to do community service. Yeah.
He hadn't seen you since 7, 8 years old?
He hadn't seen since 7, 8 years old. Yeah, he was like, man, he was crazy.
Who you played for down here?
I played for South Miami.
Oh, you played for South Miami?
I played with Grey Ghost. I played with Kamari. I don't know. Yeah. Morris, and some other kids and stuff like that,
Yeah. Talk to us about Corey Flagg, bro. Corey Flagg led the team in tackles, and he seemed to be the coach's favorite.
Yeah.
What is it about? Because you're in the inside, we on the outside, per se. What is it about Flagg?
Honestly, man, I think the biggest thing to separate Flagg is just his the way he coaches. Like I think he's a very coaching player. Like
He's coachable. Like what's the word, Chad? He's very
I don't know, 'cause
coachable.
you know how to
Coachable?
coach
Yeah,
somebody.
very coachable,
What's the way?
But he's like a
coach
leader.
y'all up.
But he's like a leader. He coaches them.
Yeah, leader. Kind of simplify things for guys around you. Because that playbook is
he's
crazy.
a little too good at it. Yeah,
He
so
says good.
he's a little
He
too
says
good at it.
good.
Like I'm talking
He's
about.
too good at it.
When we first got in, it was like, okay, we're learning the playbook, this and that, and for him to just be able to step out and help some young cats, while he's doing his own stuff.
Yeah,
it's very good. So I think he a dog when it comes to that type of stuff, and then his mentality is very strong. You know what I'm saying? And just respect the player. He's a dog, man. Above the chart. He's very smart. Right, very smart player.
He's not as big as y'all. Cause when I saw him in person, I met him and his dad. He doesn't appear to look like a linebacker.
Yeah, but I think the thing was separate him. Like I was saying, he's not as big. And he told me and my roommate this. He's not as big as us, but he got to go. We was out there working out one day, good for him, and we was going through the motion a little bit. It was hot, one of them 95 days. So we out there going through the motion, and he was going full speed. And we seen it. He stopped the workout and told us, like, hey, look, man, y'all, like I'm not as big as fast as y'all. So I have to go full speed. You know what I'm saying? You want to train your mind to go full speed. After that, looked at him full speed after that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's true. You wanna train your mind to go full speed. You don't want to go through the motion. So I really think he's a leader and a ball player.
That goes back to what we were talking about in the beginning. You know, about coaches playing guys that they can trust. You know what I mean? If you line them all up in the locker room, man, he doesn't look like y'all. You know what I mean? But he's out there playing because he knows the playbook like that. He knows it so well he can teach it to you.
He knows it so well that when I came to him one time, I was like, "Hey, Flag, where you was at?" I was in the film room, and he was like, "No, I was in the D line." He was watching film with the D line, and he told me this, and I paid attention. He said, "When you watch film with the D line, once you learn the linebacker stuff, you watch the D-line, see what the D-line doing. Because once you learn what the D-line doing, he watch D-line film.
I can fit.
Yeah, so he know what the D-line doing, so he can, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He can be in, he know where his help at and all that type of stuff.
So he's watching the D-line.
The D-line. I think he already know all the linebacker stuff.
So now he getting all the D-line stuff down. So now he know what the D-line is doing.
Now he know what the D-line stuff doing. Because you don't got to worry about the secondary. You worry about the D-line. Cause if the D-line, you know what I'm saying, they move a certain way, you know where it's going to be open fits and all that. And he told me that, and I was like, dang. So, of course, I'm trying to get the linebacker stuff down first, which is going to take time, of course, because, But after, I'm going to take that step and try to look at the D-line.
The best players know, the real playmakers know what everyone's job is around them.
That's the biggest thing.
So the game moves so fast when you're actually there on the field. Sometimes you could hesitate because you're not sure who does have this gap. I know I have this gap, but who does have that gap? So if it opens, you take a step this way thinking, oh, I don't know who has it, and the guy cuts back this way. Now you missed the tackle. But if I know for sure that lineman has it or this linebacker has it, I don't even take that step. I sit here and wait. You have that. This guy cuts back to me. Play's made.
He's 100% right.
Right.
Yeah, it moves too fast for you to be unsure. And the offense is banking on throwing some eye candy your way. You know what I mean? Throwing something in front of your face to make you step this way so they can go that way. Right. If you know, I'd let that's not me. That's somebody else. I know who has that. Go, I'm going to wait here. And plays just kind of come you. I've just noticed that about guys either in playing or coaching them or training. They know what's going on around them. You always hear a guy, well, I know what I'm supposed to be doing on the field. Well, good. That'll maybe get you to start. You won't ever make plays, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a team game. Linebacker is the quarterback of the defense, no?
He is, because he has to know the fits up front with the defensive line, but he also has to know what we're doing back there, too. You know what I mean? He does need to know, well, where do I drop and how does that relate to where a safety might drop? Or I need to be in this flat because the corner is not going to be there. You know what I mean? And there's never any hesitation. If I know the corner, or I'll give you a simple one. You're playing cover two, not to get too technical. I know I have this curl area as an outside linebacker. Me knowing that corner has the flat, though, stops me from taking that step with a receiver that goes out there. I stay right here. Right? That guy outside is coming in on a slant. I didn't take that step. I'm right here. Ball comes right to my chest.
Instead of taking that step,
if I take that step and the window opens behind me and they drop it in there, completed. That could be an 80-yard touchdown. You know what I mean? So the best guys know what's going on around them. And I always try to preach that to my guys. Don't just get so locked in on, knowing what you do. That's the minimum for you to play.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. Like, he touched good points on that because I talked to Malik Thursday. I had messed up or whatever, and that was the play I was messed up when I told you earlier. It was just the fact that I didn't know. I knew what I had to do, but I didn't know where my help was. And a lot of times, quicker way to learn the playbook and all that is knowing where your help is, because you know what you're doing, but if you don't know where your help is, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So he told me like the safety was behind me. Like if you see the safety behind me, then I mean you're in zone. You got, or if you don't see the safety behind me, you're pretty much a man most of the time. So it just basically, like you said, knowing where your help is around you can help you learn your position.
It's repetition, right?
Yeah.
You can't speed up. That process is that process. It's like repetition, and then eventually it's don't clock. Because this is a philosophy, right? If you looked at it from up here, right? Yeah. It's a philosophy of moving parts that work together. Mm-hmm. And if you understood the philosophy, I think it help you understand like where everybody's supposed to be at. But I think it's just doing it over and over and over until it starts being second nature.
You could speed the process up by, obviously studying the playbook more, but watching more films. I mean, your walkthroughs are your walkthroughs. You can't schedule a walkthrough, so to speak, right. Or you can't schedule a practice when there's not a practice. But you can rep things by watching the film. Right. Some guys can't really learn it off the page. It's like too much, you know what I mean? Or they got school trauma. You can start there, then you watch it on film. Now they can learn it better because they're seeing it happen, and I'll keep watching film. So I'm getting the reps. I'm taking the mental reps. I'm kind of speeding up the process. This will get me there faster than someone that's not doing it.
Right.
So now we get to the walkthroughs. Maybe you're a person that's got to be active and walking through something. But I watched it so many times, I'm going to be better in that walkthrough. Now I'm better when the actual pads are going and we moving full speed. So you can speed up the process by just doing these little extra things on your own time. Yeah. And not just waiting for practice, waiting for the coach to say, hey, we're doing the walkthrough. Or, hey, we're having our team period where this is 7-on-7 period. Dudes that wait for that, you just moving with the pack. How you getting ahead? How you separating yourself? It's the stuff you do when you go home.
That's true.
Some guys will let you know they're doing it, and then other dudes will just be great, and you think, oh, they're just naturally great. Nah, them dudes in the dark in the corner doing a little something. They not saying nothing about it.
They're not saying nothing.
Yeah. Now they getting it in, huh?
Yeah, and you think it's something else. Like, hey man, that dude drink beer on Wednesdays. I'm gonna drink beer on. No, that ain't it, man. The dude watching film when he go missing for 2 hours, he watching film. Like, you better get on that. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the best high school game you had?
Best high school game? My junior year, I played against Griffin High School, and I had like 18, 19 tackles.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like boy was tired.
Yeah, I was mad tired. I was covering in the slot. Running with a dude, broke a pass down the field, down like the middle of the field. They trying to go deep in like in the goal line, like 40 going in. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then after that, just had tackles back to back to back. Like some of them, I ain't gonna lie, my team was tripping. We came back from a 21-0 lead. They were up. That's the year we went 11-1, went all the way to fourth round. So we came back from 21-0, and I was just chasing. Dude broke, caught him, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was just because we had a good team that year, and we won together and all that, so I was just doing what I needed to do.
Jeez. 18, 19, you played both ways, high school?
So I played both ways, but my junior year, I didn't do that. I didn't play. We had a lot of good running backs, so I didn't play that much running back back. Right. I was just blocking, and like I was playing running back and receiver, but I was just blocking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because we ran the wing T. So I was blocking and all that type of stuff. So, I texted coach the coach, I posted something on Twitter, and I think Venable hit me up from Clemson or something like that. It was like 19 tackles because I posted it was on.
I like Coach
Huddle.
Venables.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was on Huddle. Yeah.
What you do at halftime? You gonna be like, hey, y'all boys, take y'all pads off. Y'all ain't. I'm out here by myself today.
I ain't gonna lie. We took back a kick return right for halftime, so we was lit. 14-21, winning 14-21. Then we came out of halftime. They kicked it to us. We almost took it back, and then we scored. So it was locked in, man.
Wow. You miss playing offense?
Honestly, man, defense has always been like where I wanted to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I do got to say that in high school, I ain't saying it took away from my defense, But I was tired when I went both ways in high school.
Plus, man, you see how they doing Dalvin Cook and all them running backs.
Wow.
Yeah, they had me, man, tired. You know, so I kind of just I'm enjoying playing just one position. Now I get to learn one position.
Yeah.
And now I'm finna go crazy because I want to play all special teams. And my goal, play all special teams, be a dog on all special teams, and you know what I'm saying, learn this position and play for sure. You know what I'm saying? So, but just being able to play one position, I feel like that's cool. But of course, but I feel like he's gonna come out once you get a little pick or something. You know?
Oh, of course, you gotta tap into that running back.
You gotta
stiff on somebody, shake somebody.
Got to.
Yeah. That's how you get yourself put out there.
Yeah.
Who do you model your game after? Like, is there a linebacker you like, man, I wouldn't play like that?
Nah, honestly, recently, nah, I ain't got I model my game after. I just watch, like, watch film. Yeah. Watch, like I was saying, Fred Warner, watch Devin White and all them. Just watch the way their feet move and all that. But I don't have no one specifically because I watch so much. Like, I like the boy from, I think he's still at the Dolphins, or I don't think he's there no more. Linebacker for the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Landon Roberts?
Nah, I forgot his name. But he 56 or something like that.
Older guy?
Nah, yeah, he a little older. But I forgot his name. But he a dog too. I like him too. So it's just a fact that I watch a lot of linebackers to see what they do. I don't got nobody specifically.
Nobody specifically? Come from a big family, dog, huh?
Yeah.
How many brothers and sisters?
7 brothers and sisters.
All in the same house?
Yeah, all the same house.
Things got tough sometimes?
Yeah, it got tough, man. But, you know, you be straight, though.
Yeah?
Where'd you fit into that? Older, younger, middle?
So I had 2 older sisters.
Okay.
I got 4 girls, 3 boys.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Held you in check, huh?
Nah.
Say it again. You got 2? What you got?
2 brothers. Well, 3 brothers including me. And then I got 4 sisters.
They all sisters older than you?
2 sisters younger than me, 2 sisters older than me.
And you got a brother that still play?
One brother, both of them play. The middle one, but the young one,
how young we talking? What we talking about?
He in 9th grade. He just played in 9th grade. Yeah, he was on my defense this past year. He's 6 foot.
Whoa.
6 foot 175.
Coming.
6 foot 175, and he got offers. And his freshman year, he had in one game we played against Riverdale. They were pretty good, but they were talking noise or whatever. And he had 2 interceptions, took 1 back against one game, and that team was decent. And then we had
same team.
The same.
Y'all was on the same?
He was on the same team.
Man,
He played right behind
varsity?
me. He played right behind me. Yeah, he started varsity
9th
for
grade.
sure.
Yeah.
And then he played. When we played one game, he had 3. It's on his film. He had 2 block punts. No, he had 3 block punts and picked 1 up and took 1 back in one game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on film. It's all on film.
Little bro.
Yeah, he liked that. So him, but with him, though, he watch everything like I do when I was younger. So he gonna separate. He gonna be a dog.
What's his name? Tell people the name is.
He go by Chino, but Markel Aguirre.
Markel Aguirre. Yeah.
Yeah. And Aguirre, I said that because in Georgia, people don't know how to say Aguirre.
Yeah. Aguirre. Yeah.
Just say
They
Aguirre.
for sure not saying that.
Your dad was an athlete though, right? Your dad's a baseball player.
Yeah, he was a good baseball player for Columbus.
Yeah. Your mom was an athlete too?
Nah, we just get our size from her. You see, my brother's 6 foot. He only 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kirby Smart gonna be at your house.
Yeah. Yeah, he got Tennessee. He got Tennessee right after this season, and then he got Miami. Miami offered him more back. Yeah.
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 Listen, I've been around a lot of college kids these last 6 months from all across the nation. NIL has took the world by storm, and I see what it is now. Y'all got money, Popo. You got money in y'all pocket. Y'all ain't like these broke motherfuckers. These broke motherfuckers were broke.
What?
Y'all were broke?
Y'all,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I done came to the conclusion. I done
You
seen
was
the
dating
shopping
girls
bag.
just off of what fast food restaurant they were.
Y'all have changed. Y'all got money in y'all pocket. Y'all are not the struggling college athlete. You know what I'm saying? That came before. How does that help you? How does that help your family, man? How does it make you feel to be able to move how you want to move?
That's a good question, and I think that the answer to that is really just, man, it was on my family. It wasn't me, because for me, I really feel like, I'm not saying I didn't need anything, but
right.
it was just making sure my family was straight, so
right.
I can be able to produce because, you know, you don't want to be thinking, okay, your folks back at home, you know what I'm saying, don't got too much and nothing like that. Got to be able to help them out. So that was the biggest thing for that was just for my family. You know, I'm be able to help my family out in certain areas and certain stuff like that.
Right. So, lights ain't going off. None of that ain't happening no more. You can help out.
Yeah, you can help out. Yeah,
and how that make you feel, man?
It made me feel good. It made me go harder, knowing that I can get way more just by just working hard and doing what I love and doing what I'm not saying what comes easy to me, but what I have gifted, what God gifted talent, you know. So by just doing that, you know, see, I used to funny thing is, I used to tell my mom all the time, like, Mom, let me get a job, you know, like let me get a job. Nah, you know what I'm saying? She wouldn't let me work, just football and class.
Really?
You know? So because she didn't want me, to help out or anything like that, you know. And now that I'm able to, you know what I'm saying, help out or anything like that at school, and now I just know that I can get to go harder, you know what I'm saying? And not that, I go hard. My little brother, too, he made me keep going harder, you know what I'm saying? Because since I was young, like when we went to play Rod Mac, we went to play all them teams, he was out there, one kid in the sun, with the team and all that, right here beside us. Walking with his jersey on. He had a jersey on. He was one of the kids you had to kick out. He was way worse than me. He had to kick out the house.
Yeah?
You got to get him out the house. You can't have him in there because he going football and everything. So his hand's so good because when I used to play and all that, my dad used to take him and just throw the ball with him out there. He was one of them kids, you know? So it's just to the point where he made me go harder because he, you know what I'm saying?
He goes hard.
And
I tell you about those younger brothers.
He has that motor,
and it's just the fact that, man, I ain't gonna lie, it's some stuff now that I see him do, and I'm like, I'm not just learning how to do it, but I learned late. Like catching one hand passes, he do that normally. Catching one hand passes like that, over the head, and he just a freshman. I be hard on him. Gotta be hard on him, you know.
Right.
But it's just to the point where I see that all that hard work, you know what I'm saying, and I'm doing is showing that he know he gotta hold on to that, you know. High expectation, all that type of stuff. So.
Have you brought yourself anything, like a car or anything?
Yeah. I got me a little car.
Yeah, a little car. What is it? What you got? I bet you it's fast. Cause that's all y'all want.
Business.
You could have guessed it. Yeah, I got me a little Charger, man.
Yeah. That is like all y'all want. The fast car. What happened?
For my first look, I wanted.
Everybody want fast cars.
It wasn't nothing crazy. I ain't say it because I wanted fast. I just wanted me a Charger, man. I've always wanted. And I went to look to see what different cars I wanted. And I promise you, I was like, man, I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna go give me a Charger. But bro, he was just standing right there.
Dodge Charger is like the undifferent car.
It was just standing right there, and I was just like, for my first car.
It was just calling you, huh?
It was just calling me. So I was like, I got no other choice.
What is it, RT or Hellraiser or what?
RT.
The RT?
Yeah, RT.
Man, he got it.
I had a Challenger.
Yeah.
I had a flatback Challenger. I got pulled over 8 times.
I got a
8
Charger.
times?
Yeah, man, they would pull me over and tell me, man, look at your car. And I was an officer. Man, look at your car. You like a drug. That what they would tell me. Brought a BMW, didn't get pulled over once.
Hey, what are those police officers driving now?
Huh?
Right? They turned in all those Crown Victorias for the Chargers.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. But I really been, like, since I've been down here, been focused on it's been a month, focused on just football, you know. You know, not really too much because Miami, of course, it's a lot of, like, my mama wasn't really happy with me coming, not saying happy with me coming to University of Miami, happy with me coming back to Miami, you know.
Why is that?
Just
lifestyle?
Yeah, lifestyle and all that. Not Corey Gables, of course. And the funny story is we was, Cristobal, she spoke to Cristobal herself. Cristobal was like, man, this and that. And she was like, I don't think we want him to go. But of course she wanted me to pick my decision. I don't want him to go to Miami. And then it was just to where, like, because I told him, just come take a visit because she haven't been back to Miami. Come take a visit. And then when she came and seen it, she was like, this ain't Miami no more.
Really?
Yeah, she was, because Corey Gables is nice.
Yeah, she probably wasn't on that side of town.
She wasn't on that side. And she didn't know, so my mama, she didn't know. My mom worked. She never was into the football, so she didn't know Miami. University of Miami was in Corey Gables. She thought it was on in Miami.
Well, wait, you played for South Miami, so how?
Nobody knows.
She didn't know.
She never stray over there. South Miami, the Grove.
She didn't know.
Hey, that's Coral Gables, right?
She didn't know. She thought it was just.
When she think of Miami, she think of Overtown, Liberty City.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was one of my things, Chad.
What?
When I was talking about marketing in Miami. If you ask the normal person, where's University of Miami?
They think it's on South Beach, on Ocean Drive. That's where it is.
They don't know
2711 Ocean Drive.
They don't know.
Yeah. And that's how I know that Miami could do a better job in the city.
I do want to jump in and say I think it's gotten some kids to not come here.
Yeah.
Because my mom clearly could have said, oh, she could never heard that it was in Coral Gables and just hung up the phone. I'm sure somebody paying or somebody did that. They did, okay, it's in Miami. Nah, they didn't listen long enough to know, okay, it's in Coral Gables.
She thought you was going to be in Liberty City.
Yeah, so she wanted to let that was dead. So
man, so you spent the whole visit on Ponce de Leon. Huh? We didn't stray off of that road.
So it was just to the point where, man, once she figured out it was in Coral Gables and she came, of course, on a visit, and it was cool.
Yeah.
She probably trusts you too, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you were a wild child, this probably never would have happened.
Yeah. So, but I haven't really been doing too much partying or anything like that.
Nothing like that?
No, I've been locked in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, bro. I mean, the NIL, like I said, I've seen enough. I've seen enough of these kids, and they're living comfortable. And my thing is, a couple years ago, I vowed to. Kids like you that I know, you know what I'm saying, talk to them about these things, about money and stuff like that, and the pitfalls of having money. Because I realized that even dudes will make it to the league and not know what to do with the money. Yeah. Yeah. And then I was like, God damn it, I didn't think about that.
And that's biggest thing really with me too, was just understanding that stuff, how to manage money and all that type of stuff, because I do know a lot of kids, and I do a lot of researching and all that when it comes to football and all that, and of course it was just to where I seen a lot of kids would just blow money and do all that type of stuff, and I didn't want to be one of those kids, so I doing best job of getting educated and stuff like that.
Right. Floyd Mayweather said, a man with $100 million and no plan is a broke man. You believe that, Chad?
Oh yeah. There's so much money you could spend,
you can spend
out
anything.
there.
Yeah.
So many people ready. Look, not even just the material things that you're going to buy. There's going to be so many people coming into your life with investment ideas and ideas about what you should do with your money, and then they separate you from that money. And it'll be really fast. And if you don't have a plan, part of your plan is you're not thinking about the tax man, and he going to hit you the worst.
Right.
Between the woman
and
that
it'd be later too, right? It'd be
between the woman you're gonna have a baby with, or the one you're gonna marry that you shouldn't have married, and the tax man, they can get the whole $100 million off you quick, fast too, and in a hurry. So, shit, Mike went he went broke with $100 million, didn't he?
Yeah.
He bought a tiger. That let me know you didn't have a plan.
Mike,
yeah, the whole tiger.
I think Mike had more than that.
Yeah, well, that was the symbol of his.
Mike Tyson said he would go to the dealership, $100,000 car. He would buy the car, and the girl who would be selling it to him would be nice looking. He'd tell the girl, if you spend the night with me, I'll buy the car. This is crazy. Spend the night with me, I'll buy the car. She get her percentage, right? She made money. She come spend the night with him. He buy the car, give her the car.
All right.
That is never going to be worth it.
Yes, dog, Mike. That's how you have $100 million, and so she come home with him. So she get the car sale, and then she get the car.
Nah,
he don't
tripping.
care. Yeah, bro. That's just you
That's
out there.
An easy
just
decision for her. Real easy.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, listen. The women are there, and they coming, dog. They and don't forget, if she say she allergic to latex, don't give her the car or the D.
Gotcha.
Or the D. Just run.
I already wrote that down, man.
Yeah, he put that in your notes app. Did you took 5 official visits? What'd you do official visits?
So I took 5. So I took Alabama. I took Florida off first. Then I went to Alabama after that. Then I went to Ohio State. Then I went to UM. I took 4 because I committed right after my 4th one, I think. No. I just didn't take one because the season was starting or something like that. Gotcha. I was like, forget it. Yeah.
So how many of those involved you going to a game on game day? Like, how many places did you go in? Because I'm going to ask you something about just like atmosphere.
How many places?
Yeah, like how many places, how many schools did you go to the games?
Then they actually take you to a game, and it was
Oh, okay.
yeah, and it was a crowd.
Go to a game in Ohio
Oh
State?
no, I didn't go to game. No. So it was only Miami.
So only place where you went to an actual game.
Only game.
Oh wow!
And that was a Florida State game.
Wow, I went to unofficials, of course, for games.
Yes.
But for official visit, yeah.
I got
Florida, Miami.
How many
State,
places did you go to Ohio State for a game?
I never went to Ohio State for a game.
You obviously went to a Georgia game, right?
Definitely.
Correct.
Yeah, I went there a lot, but I went to a lot of other games. Probably pretty
So
much.
game day atmosphere like in Georgia, and like what effect, if any, did that have on you?
Honestly, I liked it. It was crowded. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, it get packed up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It get loud. But I'm gonna be honest, it's not too far from the Florida State game.
Really?
Miami and Florida State game.
Mm-hmm.
That game had me about to jump over the. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's the feeling you want to have for sure.
Yeah. It was live. You know, and it was lit, especially at the beginning of the game. It was lit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Miami fans, you guys start winning, they'll come.
Yeah.
In droves.
It's a weird thing, though.
No, in droves.
And that's it right there.
It's a weird thing.
Me and my homeboys, we went out one night not too long ago, and we went, and then it was so easy to get in a club. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, imagine when we start winning. One person gave us some. One person gave us some. Frankie, one of my lineman homeboys, he funny. He was like, we called him Jason Taylor, but because he was mad because he was giving us some trouble. But then the other dude was like, hey, University of Miami, yeah, this and that. He was like, but imagine when we start winning, we won't need to do all that.
Yeah, no, the getting is good. I was just having this conversation with my barber, right? Because my barber he's been cutting my hair for a long time. Since my hairline was here, he's been cutting it. So he was a guy back in the day that had the convertible car, and everybody knew who he was. He was like that dude, and he said, man, I used to go to Luke's. And I get out my car, I'm that guy everywhere I go. But I go to Luke's and they holding me up at the door. Why? Because here y'all come, pulling up. And this was, Luther Campbell. I don't know how much you know about him.
Yeah.
He had a club down on Miami Beach that everyone wanted to go to on Sunday night. Yeah. And he used to everything get pulled up when we pulled up. Like, oh, y'all stop. These dudes are coming through. So. And that's the time when we were really winning like that.
It was like that?
Yeah, man. So, like,
they hold everybody up.
Yeah, bro. Like, hey, all of y'all stop. These dudes coming through, and we just coming through, going straight upstairs to VIP. So, I've always told people when it's getting is good, it's no better place than right here. You know what I mean? You just got to get to that point. And the stuff you're doing, like going hard, working. All that. Man, the pay here is just, the check's so much fatter than, you know what I mean? And so to speak. Man, I mean, look around. The love you get from this city when you're winning is great. I'm here to tell you, when you ain't doing that good, it's Panama.
But yeah, those are the pictures the negative recruiting pictures when they show you the stadium empty. Yes. Yeah, I mean, they're the fans are here. They come.
They hiding when you're losing,
but when you win, it's Florida State.
Yes.
Like at most of the games. That Florida, and it gets loud, and that's what people don't realize. It's not 3-decker stadium, you know what I'm saying? But it gets very loud, and they're ruckus fans. Texas A&M was loud. You didn't feel threatened though. Like you didn't feel like anybody gonna throw something at you. There's a different fan in Miami that is ruckus. It feels threatening. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why that is.
It is.
We could have 46,000, and our 46,000 is so ominous compared. Man, and look, back in the Orange Bowl days when the tickets were cheaper and a certain kind of person came in there for the game, it was just unreal. Yeah. So I mean, I had the pleasure or displeasure, or however you want to look at it, of playing against Miami. And then playing for Miami. I've been in both locker rooms. And when we played them, I was at a place called Long Beach State. We weren't that good. There weren't that many people in the stands. But we had a guy get an interception and get hit. If you heard the crowd off of, must have been 20-something thousand, the noise they made, I was like, damn. I had to look up like, oh, it's not.
Yeah.
I know it ain't sold out, but damn, when he just got hit, it was 80,000 people in here. So he's right. It's a different kind of noise. that we make down here. Y'all just got to keep working to get to that point where you getting the keys to the city. Because, bro, when it's like that, it's like that.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, I went to that Florida State game, man. It was fun. It was lit. Yeah.
And keep that feeling. That's the only look. My kids went to Florida. Everybody knows that. And I'm 40-something-year-old man going to the games. I'm cool. I'm done. I'm done with playing. I'm fine. I went to the Florida State game. My oldest one's freshman year, and that's the only time I felt like, bro, I wish I could go out there right now.
Yeah.
They're on that dumb horse with that damn spear. They about to drop it in the ground, bro. It just something came back to me. So, keep that feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah, and y'all going to Tallahassee this year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be live over there.
Yeah, because they rolling. So yeah, it's gonna be lit there. We don't have a time for the game. That comes later, right?
They used to do noon, right? Our games always used to be at noon.
Back in the days.
Man, that sun getting too close, man, to be doing. Dudes used to be getting IVs, and it'll probably be a prime time game.
Yeah, it probably be at night because they rolling. Who y'all got first? You know the first game
Miami,
is?
Ohio.
Miami, Ohio, at the stadium.
Mm-hmm. And then we got Texas A&M.
You think we going to Miami, Ohio to play them people?
I don't seen us go some weird places, Chad.
Well, you know what? When we went to Appalachian State, I was like, whoa,
Exactly.
yo, that was crazy. But that would never happen back in the day.
Yeah.
College football has changed, but yeah.
Yeah, I see us go some weird places. Then y'all got Texas A&M. At the stadium this time.
Oh, them people.
Big time. Now second game that should be packed, right?
Yeah, I would think so, especially since we lost to them last year. So, people would, it's going to have a lot to do with what happened in that Miami of Ohio game, too.
That's true. I'm really excited for that second game. Though.
Yeah.
I'm excited for all of them, but the second game.
Then Texas A&M, who y'all got third? You know the whole schedule?
Not
He's got them two memorized.
Man, you supposed to take it one game at a time.
You got to give that speech. Yeah. Man, we just taking it one game at a time, man.
I'm ready for them games, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you, other than the playbook, man? What are you trying to improve on going into this fall? Because it's about to pick up for y'all.
Honestly, man, just doing every like I said, just doing every little thing right. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. Playbook, really. Playbook and be coachable. You know what I'm saying? Still learn stuff. And, yeah, that's it.
We kind of thin at linebacker, aren't we? Are they telling y'all like, hey, listen, man, this is a competition. Y'all got a chance to play, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. So it's really just it's a linebacker room where it's gonna be a lot of competition. A lot of competition. More depth. You know what I'm saying? Right. We got like Kiko and like
a lot of new faces, right?
Yeah,
so it's all
faces.
like we all arriving at the same
play.
time.
Everybody can play.
So
it's kind of a lot of competition.
Yeah,
a lot of competition. Everybody can play. And I feel like it's doing a better job as making other people play hard. As far as new cats coming in, making other people play hard, making older cats go harder and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's not just our position, every position.
Yeah.
I feel like it's making everybody go harder just because the coaches are on us and, we're trying to turn it around now. Not no playing around. So
I think that's been a focus of trying to get competition back. I think that's been Mario's big thing. That when he played here, that's what it was, again, because you couldn't just pick up and leave. So there was competition. And obviously when we talk about that 2001 team, I mean, Sean Taylor couldn't play because Ed Reed was here. Yeah. That's crazy.
Right.
Kellen Winslow couldn't play because Shockey was here. So he's trying to get back, I think,
that
that
right
type
there.
Of situation right
that
there.
Right there. And
then the trick is keeping guys here when they're not playing. All right, you didn't win the job. Don't be jumping in the portal like, learn something from this guy in front of you. This guy that beat you out, there's something to be learned from this guy. Yeah. You can take off and go to another school and start right now. What are you going to learn? You know?
You're going to run through the same thing?
Yeah, ride behind this guy, watch him, watch how he works, and then you're going to be in that spot. You do what he did, but just do it a little better.
And that's how I always thought about with the transfer portal. I always thought about that. Like, I don't get why people just run from it. Like, I don't know people's situation. Some people
really needed to go. Or the coach might have asked you to go. You know what I mean?
And when you have to go, you have to go. But it's just to the point where some kids, some players have, they just mad. I guess like you said, kid beat them out, and they run away from it. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, are you trying to go to the league? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna eventually have to run through.
Something.
Through what you ran from.
Yeah.
So you might as well try to work on that now.
Yeah.
because you ain't going, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I never thought about. Thought about or like was into. But I do feel like the trench reporter shouldn't be cut because I do understand like it's some people that have to leave. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You have to. So I understand that.
A lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
But listen, bro, I've covered you since you was 10, man. It ain't gonna stop now. You here in Miami, all right?
For sure.
So we gonna stay on it, man. It ain't gonna be your last time sitting down with us.
For
all
sure.
right?
For sure.
You want people to call you Popo, right? You
Call me Popo.
I can't call you Aguirre.
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 Yeah, see, that's why you want them call him Popo, because
They gonna say it wrong
Hey
anyway,
man,
right?
you do your thing, man.
Listen, man, we gonna get out of here, man. Footballville, we outside, man. We got Popo, freshman linebacker, University of Miami, man. We out.
We out.
yes, sir.
Aguirre. You speak Spanish?
My dad do. Nah, I don't.
No.
Nah.
You
I
gotta learn that
understand it.
Spanish?
Let's go
I
outside.
understand
We
a
gonna
little
shoot
bit.
something. We gonna shoot a few things, huh?
You think you're gonna order